Hi, welcome to IWA 2019. My name is Joey and welcome to the DyTac booth. So this year we brought a lot of our licensed products. Let's talk about our SLR B15 M4. So these M4s have a bolt lock system that's functional with a rotary drum hop-up unit. And all of our guns have a quick spring change gearbox. I can show it to you guys here. As you can see, the spring guide can be removed directly from the back of the gearbox. And with our receiver system, all you have to do is just to remove the stock, undo the buffer tube, and you can access the quick spring change spring guide without having to remove the lower from the gearbox itself. Our B15s come in 3 different lengths. We have a rifle length, we have a carbine length, and we also have a PDW length. All of our guns come with a Helix M-LOK rail, and these M-LOK slots will fit any of the M-LOK products that are licensed by Magpul. So all of your Magpul accessories, Airsoft.nu Defense, KAC, all that sort of stuff will fit our rails. Some of our guns, for example, this one will come with our PDW stock. With this stock, all I have to do is just press the latch here, and then you can adjust the stock length of pull, like so. Changing out the battery is also pretty easy. So press the latch right here, and also press the other side as well. You press both sides together, you can pull the stock out like that. Afterwards, all I have to do is just twist the stock tube. And you can see that you can fit a decent sized lithium polymer battery into it. So besides the PDW stock, all of our guns also come with a new DyTac grip. This grip allows you to put the motor at the same A2 motor grip angle, so it doesn't mess with the pinion and the bevel gear meshing. You don't have that horrendous screeching sound when you adjust the motor. But at the same time, the grip is straight enough, so if you hold it nose to charging handle, you don't have to strain your wrist, like so. All of our guns will come with our hex mag magazines. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with them. With these, I've personally fed 0.3 gram BBs at 40 rounds per second, and they feed fine. We're also working with F4 Defense, another real firearm company in the US, to produce their rifles. Now this one is a 3D printed prototype, so it's all in white right now. What's cool about this gun is that the rails have a Picatinny section that also fits M-LOK products. So with some of these rails, if you don't have an M-LOK mounting accessory, such as a foregrip or a light mount, you can use a Picatinny mount without any issues. With this gun, it's gonna be a revolutionary because we're the first manufacturer for an M4 system to have a 45-degree selector. So with this one, if you move the selector to the 45 degree, that's semi-auto, and you push it all the way up to 90, it's full auto. Again, our F4 guns, F4 Defense guns will come with our DyTac grip, and the guns are also ambidextrous. Now let's move on to our AKs over here. So we've released our SLR AKs. These AKs have a steel receiver, have our SLR billet stock, and also our SLR hybrid rails. For this crank version, it has no M-LOK slots, but it has the Picatinny rail sections out at the front. Now with this stock, all you have to do to fold it to the side, it's spring-loaded. So you just push up, flip it across, and then it's not going to fall on you. But if you want to deploy it, it's pretty easy too. All I have to do is just flick it out, and it's really secure. We have 3 different versions. Again, we have a crank PDW version, we have a carbine version, and we also have a rifle length version. Now these will come with M-LOK sections here, so it's a lot easier for you to grip. But we also have a Picatinny section in case you want to fit a light or something on these sides. Now, besides our SLR AK, we also have a new version that's coming out right here. These are our SLR X Sharps Bros AK. So these will have an MB47 receiver. This receiver is in aluminum, so it's actually a lot lighter than the steel AK that we showed off earlier. They come with an integrated buffer tube, so you can fit any of your M4 stocks onto it. With our rails, we have the SLR rails, of course, but with these, it's all slimline. So these are all M-LOK sections. So again, with these, we have a crank version. We have the rifle up there, and then we also have the carbine version. With these receivers, it'll have a QD slot for sling mount on both sides of the receiver. And we also have it on the rails as well, so you can have a pretty easy sling attachment for these. So we also have some other new products in development. With this one, let's talk about the stock. This stock is a more compact version of our standard buffer tube stock. The buffer tube is also unique. It's a bit shorter, but at the same time, there's also a lot of room for a lithium polymer stick battery. Now, this stock is still in development, but once the final prototypes are done, this one, you can see it's about an inch shorter than your standard M4 stock. So if I'm going to line these two up, it's about 1 inch shorter. So this is in development. Hopefully we can get this out before the end of the year. Now, we also have some other products out. We have a new JagerWorks XSLR pistol. So this pistol is a final version of the pistol. Of course, we're still developing the frame for it. This one will be a very economical pistol. I can't disclose the price yet, but we're still working on it. But it's not going to come with the light, but it's going to come with the JagerWorks XSLR slide. It's going to come with the frame and all of these accessories as well. So these SLR accessories, such as the magwell here, the magwell, and the magazine extension, are already out. This gun is designed for Tokyo Marui specs. So all of your aftermarket parts for TM accessories, they all fit on this pistol. We're also planning to do one that will fit all the Umarex license internals as well. So this one should also come out before the end of the year. Now, we also have some other accessories available here. We have these flash hiders. Well, they're not really flash hiders, muzzle devices. These muzzle devices are actually tracer units. So I'm pretty sure everyone knows what this is, the Firehawk from Noveski. But instead of a sound hog, you can actually fit a tracer unit inside. Now, there's no tracer in this one, but I can show you on this one. We're partnered with DyTac to use their tracer units for our muzzle devices. So with these tracers, you can charge the battery by micro USB, and it's very easy to operate. So once it's charged, put the muzzle device back together, and then if you see, there's a little button right here. Get a little hex key, push it in, it lights up and lets you know that it's working. So we have a few different shells for these tracers. We have the Noveski Fire Pig, as mentioned before. So this is coming out soon. We have this our own design blaster unit. This one's already out. It's already available in the shops. This one was inspired by the linear compensator from SLR Rifleworks. So this is also out. And we're also working with the licensor for Silencer Co. So this is actually the muzzle brake with the blast shield design. And of course, this will also come with a tracer. It's actually mounted on one of our longer guns. So once mounted, it'll look something like this. Right here. Yep. Getting back to the guns, we also are selling these Helix M-LOK rails as standalone rails. You can find these in 3 lengths for guns. So this one's a 13-inch version for the rifle. This one is the version for the carbine, and then we also have a PDW version inside here. So these are sold separately as well. Same with our PDW stocks. Now, since we're moving on to M-LOK products, we're also designing M-LOK accessories. So I want to talk about this grip. So this grip will accompany all of our latest guns with all the M-LOK rails. So what this grip does is it acts as a backward swept grip. And if it's swept backwards at an angle, it's easier for people to use the C-clamp to grip the rifle, like so. But if you really want to grip onto a handle like this, you can put it on the forward swept position. And if you do it like this, it's easier for you to ride your hand closer to the rail for better control. Now, with this rail, with the grip, you see there's a few different lines here. So what this allows you to do is you can cut this grip down using the lines, and you just cut it with an X-Acto knife, get some sandpaper, wet it, and then just polish it up the surface. Then you can reduce the length of the grip to your desired length. We have 2 lines made already, but of course it's plastic, so depending on user preference, you can cut it even shorter. But what I really want to talk about is this line. So why did we make an angled cut here? It's because if you don't want to use a vertical foregrip because it's bulky, but you also want something that can, put your hand in the same position every time you grab onto the rail, if you cut along this line, this piece up top acts as a hand stop. So all of these are user adjustable. We sell a vertical foregrip, but in reality, it's many different things. So again, very easy for users to adjust. Just get a knife, cut it, get some sandpaper, polish it up, and then you'll have either a hand stop or a vertical foregrip with different lengths. Now let's talk about this gun. So there's a demo gun that we took to IWA this year. There's a few of our newest accessories. We have our SLR carbon fiber rail panels. These will fit M-LOK. I think we have some that also fit key mod. These are real carbon fiber. We also have our latest flash hider. This is like the burnt titanium sort of finish. It's going to be multicolored like this, and it will be available soon as well. This gun is Cerakoted. We're collaborating with Fight Club Custom in Hong Kong for Cerakote applications. So for custom orders through us, we will, and you want to apply Cerakote on the B15 or the AK receivers, all that sort of stuff, we will be using FCC to help us do all the Cerakoting. In terms of the Cerakote applicators in Hong Kong, FCC is one of the best so far. So we're partnering up with good people to do our products. Besides that, we are also collaborating with Hugger Airsoft. They do a lot of lens protectors. So they do lens protectors for the T1, for the Comp M4, EOTech, Surefire lights, all that sort of stuff. And with this one, we've tested them all the way up to 2 joules in Hong Kong, which is the legal limit for replica firearms. It has a rubber shell that wraps around the lens, and it's probably one of the most low-profile lens protectors out there right now. These are, they come in a package like this, and they're available for distribution through us as well. Lastly, now this is a long way off. This is why I leave this one to last. This is we released our own design airsoft rifle called the Warlord, I think last year or maybe 2 years ago. But you know, times have changed. Everyone's into M-LOK now, so we've developed the Warlord 2.0. This is a 3D printed sample, so you know, certain parts aren't working that well. We have a spring-loaded charging handle. The charging handle will lock the bolt plate back for you to adjust the hop-up unit. But this one's not returning right now because, you know, we racked it a bit too much. The bolt release is on both sides, so it's right here, this one, and it's also right here. Mag release is ambidextrous as well. You can push out the mag like so on both sides. And the selector is 45 to 90 degree throw selector. So safe is here in this position, semi-auto and full auto. The quick spring change system will also work with this gun. So all you have to do is undo the buffer tube. We will also design different stock adapters at the back for different stock options. Besides that, this gun will also come in, you know, the short PDW version, a carbine version, and then a rifle length version. The top will be extruded aluminum. The bottom will be plastic. So it's going to be injection molded using tooling. For this one, we're looking for to target new players. It's going to be a much more economical option compared to our other licensed products and other M4s.